Welcome back. And we're going to cover billing and cost management. This is the service that you'll use to pay your AWS bills, monitor your usage, analyze and control your costs. AWS automatically charges the credit card that you provide when you sign up for a new account, and the charges appear on your monthly credit card bill based on your usage. So the main billing and cost management dashboard contains a helpful visual spend summary that displays your costs from the previous and current months so far, along with a forecast of costs you're likely to face through the end of the month. There's also a month-to-date spend by service display, from which choosing the bill details button will take you to an itemized breakdown of your current spending. Let's see here. Let me see if I can log in here. Console. Alright, I've got multi-factor authentication turned on, so hold on while I get my code. Okay, so here is the billing dashboard for my Tarrant County College development practice account, right? So right now I've got nothing due. I have nothing used. If I go to billing details, right? So it's got some information because I've done 5 requests, but they don't actually equate to any money because it's thousands of requests to equal a fraction of a penny. So I really haven't done a lot in this account, but so the first 5 gigs is free, and I've used a fraction of a gig, right? And so this is probably because I have a billing alarm set on this just in case someone were to hack my account, and we'll go over that. But so I have some metrics being taken just to ensure the account is secure and safe. But so you can go through things, your payments, your credits, cost usage reports, your budget reports, budgets. Right, so you can create a budget and do that, which go over. You can do Cost Explorer and figure out what you could spend over the next 60 days based on what you've already spent. Which this won't give me much because I haven't done much in this account. But so we'll go over there, but so that's the billing dashboard. Well, let me, before I go, so you got your services, and you can go to all kinds of services, but this is under cost management, budgets, Cost Explorer, etc. This is our cost management. This is how you get to most services, but for the billing, let's go to console home. So this is where you go when you log in. Yours will be a little different depending on what you've looked at and what you've gone to. You recently visited. This is what my recently visited. I've visited a lot. But what I wanted to show you is you can get to your billing by going up here in the top right under the account name. You can go to my Billing Dashboard. This is how you get to the dashboard, and then this will show you how much you've spent, how much you're going to spend, right, and what you might spend in the future. So this is our billing dashboard, and like I said, you just get to it by logging in and then going to your account and selecting billing dashboard. Alright, and then we have our budgets, right, so it's a tool for tracking specific events, set of events, so that we when a preset threshold is approached or passed, an alert, perhaps an email is triggered. You can create one of 3 budget types. One is the cost budget, to monitor costs between what's incurred against your account. A usage budget, to track particular categories or resources. And a reservation budget, to help you understand the status of an active EC2, RDS, Redshift, or Elastic Reserve instance that you may have. The budget process has 2 parts. You set the terms of your budget, meaning what is it that you're tracking, and define how and when you want alerts sent, right? So what happened? Oh, it closed. Great. Alright, so was able to log back in, but so if I go back to the billing dashboard and go to budgets, I can create a budget, right? So you can do the usage budget, the savings plan budget, or the reservation plan budget, right? Or a cost budget, right? So there's 4 different types of budgets. So this one monitors against a specific dollar amount, and you receive alerts. A usage on one or more usage types and groups, right? So let's look at that, right? So usage type, groups, type of group, right? RDS, right? Okay, so really. So alright, so RDS is storage, right? So database storage, and so then period is monthly, recurring budget, start date fixed, enter the budget amount in gigabits, right? So if I go over 5 gigs of database storage, I want an alert, right? And so I had some storage, when I was playing with it earlier, a year ago, but I haven't really used it since. But so this budget here is just a usage budget. If I use, right now it's 5 gigs of database storage, RDS storage. RDS is the relational database service, so it's a database service. So if I use 5 gigs of database storage in a month, this would give me an alarm if I were to set this up. Let's see if I go next, view the errors below. Oh, I didn't give it a name. DB storage. And then now we can configure an alert. So we've got a usage threshold, and then we can add an alert threshold, right? And then we can say 80%, right, of the budget amount, right, actual, right? And then you put in who gets the email, or you can do an alert, or you can do a chat bot, right? So let's just put in my cp.edu. Let's go next. All right, so I've got a 80% of the threshold to my email, actual cost. Next. So then we're going to review it, and then you create the budget. I'm not going to create this budget, but that's all there is to creating the budget. And so, all right, and it differs from a cost budget. Is if I have a monthly recurring budget fixed, and then it's a dollar amount. Say I want to know if I go over $10, right? Or $100, right? And then give it a name, right? It's in budget, and then you add the alert just like you did before, right? So you can do if you have an SNS, you can put it in there, and it's a topic, but we don't have it. So SNS is a way to send emails and things like that. You could set up an SNS email and process or other service, but so you just put the email address and then hit next, and so same thing. It just instead of this is a dollar amount. This is the actual usage of a service, like storage. And let's see here. And then the savings plans and reservation budgets. Once again, to get an alert if you're doing things, if your savings plans are unused or underutilized, the reservations are unused or underutilized. All right, so you want to be able to, if you paid up front for these, you want to use them. But so those would be ways of doing the budget. All right. Okay. And then of course you want to monitor your costs. You've got Cost Explorer, cost and usage reports. You can put tags to help search and sort on your services. Enough about that. And then organizations, they allow you to centralize the administration of multiple AWS accounts owned or controlled by a single company. And then this is very handy. So especially if you have account limitations, and you create accounts, multiple accounts, so you can get past the per account limitation. But you want centralized billing. You can create an organization and attach all the accounts to that organization, and then the billing will flow up to the main entity, to the root of that organization. And so this makes a lot of sense, because most companies will own more than one account, and or might share resources with vendors and clients, and then just be able to control the allocation of resources, permissions, security, and spending from a single pane of glass is huge, right? It's also a convenient way to manage payments, and so once again, it's one reason is to get around service limits, but it also, because of organizations, you can centralize the way the billing and resources are managed by doing organizations. But once the accounts are linked, maintaining a secure profile and following best practice becomes more critical than for standalone accounts. So, it's very easy to breach one linked account and then breach the other linked accounts. So I mean, you do need to be very careful. Let me pull this back up here, and let's see here. My organization, right? So this is where you would go. All right, so this is part of an organization. I have multiple accounts, and things flow up. You know, I can leave the organization. If I weren't in an organization, I could join an organization and create an organization. But this account, because this is one of many accounts that I have, it is a member of organization just for that simple fact that I want a centralized billing and just be able to look at one place for all my accounts. But this is where you go for the organizations. All right, and yeah. So we'll get in a little bit more into organizations, but that's, you know, at a high level, that's all we really need. And that is it for lesson 2 here. So I will see you in the next video. We'll start lesson 3, which will be about our support plans on Amazon. See you in the next video.